Hello, welcome back. RC Truth Media back again to give you these daily updates on what's going on in our world. Let's start with ABC 13's video on what's going on in the tropics.
Speed of storms continues in the Pacific, but the Atlantic is looking very quiet. I'm meteorologist Travis Herzog with your daily tropical weather update for this Tuesday, August 7th, and things are looking incredibly quiet in the Atlantic. Yes, there are tropical waves out there, but they're encountering cooler than normal water temperatures and more dry, dusty air coming out of Africa's Sahara Desert. There is a non-tropical area of low pressure that has a chance of converting into something tropical near the Azores, but it'll zip off to the north and really no threat to land.
Cooler
Meanwhile,
weather.
look at this parade of hurricanes and tropical storms that extends from near Hawaii all the way back toward Mexico. We'll talk about Hector in just a moment, but I want to draw your attention to this cluster of 3 storms closer to Mexico. John is the one that's a hurricane, and it's actually going to do something unusual here. It's going to absorb or swallow up the smaller Ileana. That process happening over the next 24 hours, and then down the road, John and Christy may merge as well, with John being the more dominant circulation. Christy would as well get absorbed into the circulation of John, just like what's going to happen to Ileana. Then there's Category 4 Hurricane Hector, a very powerful, small, compact storm. It's what we call an annular hurricane. When you see almost that donut-like shape to it, that's exactly how Hurricane Harvey looked as it came into the Texas coastline last summer. Now, the good news here for Hawaii is, barring any unusual turn to the north, we're expecting Hector to stay safely to the south of the Hawaiian Islands in terms of the worst impacts of the surge and the winds, as a major hurricane passing through later tonight and Wednesday. But it will get close enough to have some impacts, mainly rough surf, rip tides, and high waves. But we're also looking at the possibility of some tropical storm force wind gusts right here as we look towards the Big Island. So as you look in the southern part of the Big
All right, you heard it first right here. So yes, it's gonna miss the Kilauea volcano. Hopefully, that's what it's looking like right now. And Kilauea is actually slowing down as this hurricane gets closer. So that is good news for the people on that island. Also, from SOT.net on Earth changes, 9 have been killed as a landslide buries houses after incessant rainfall in Nepal. Yes, we are seeing erratic rainfall and all kinds of storms around the world. And this is in Nepal, which is in India. For those that don't know, they are going through it out there, that is for sure. So let's see if this thing says, the children were studying in a room while Sital was preparing the meal. I was helping in the kitchen. Allah Bahadur told the Post at the hospital. Suddenly we heard a bang and our house was buried in no time. I know nothing since. The daily wage worker also lost 3 daughters in the disaster. Local residents expressed their ire at security personnel for their late response, saying that some victims could have been saved if they reached the site on time. A local personnel from the Nepal Army and the Nepal Police reached the site 90 minutes after the incident, even as they were informed about it within 5 minutes. A police post is just about 200 meters from the site. And this tells you the delays over there and how the police go about incidences over there. It's not as urgent. They just, they're a third world country, you know, so they're not up to date on a lot of the technological advances. Okay, so also we have in central China, firefighters rescue 14 people trapped on vehicles as a flash flood hits the town in central China. On Sunday morning, more than 20 trucks became stranded by a torrent of flooded water caused by a swollen river in Fuding town, Yanqi City. We can go ahead and see this little vehicle right here, or the video, I mean. Crazy, right? When 20 trucks became stranded and they had to get these people out by a torrent of floodwater caused by a swollen river. Pretty crazy. Yes, this is the type of things we're seeing around the world Also, we have in Australia, rainfall records tumble as wild weather lashes in Adelaide, Australia. A wild storm front has caused flooding as record rainfall and hail fell across Adelaide and the Adelaide Hills. The rough weather saw a number of homes come under threat from rising waters and also made for dangerous conditions on the roads. So they're seeing this in Australia as well. And I just got done talking about how they had the coldest weather. I believe this is in the same part of Australia just a couple days ago. So they are definitely seeing these weather changes for sure. We also have unprecedented drought in the Koreas, which killed 29 people and millions of livestock and decimates crops. The North Korean government has called on its people to wage an all-out battle against a record heat wave as the country's already fragile crops face drought and the authorities struggle to respond. The drought represented an unprecedented natural disaster, reported by the Rondong newspaper, the mouthpiece of the ruling Workers' Party. It urged citizens to join the struggle to save food production in a country that is no stranger to famine. Temperatures have reached more than 104 degrees in some regions since late July, and there have been sporadic reports of deaths from the heat. Yes, we are seeing extreme high temperatures and droughts in a lot of places that are affecting crops and definitely affecting the people that are living around that area and all life. Okay, also from watchers, now this is in Colorado. Yesterday we had softball sized hail hit Colorado Springs. 8 people have been injured and extensive damage to more than 400 cars and homes. Definitely not wanting to be outside when you have hail this size. A violent thunderstorm moved through parts of Colorado on Monday afternoon, August 6th, dropping very large hail and heavy rainfall. Notice we're reporting this kind of stuff daily now. I mean, it used to be just a few months back, it was like once a week that you would see stuff like this, and they are definitely becoming more and more as we get closer and closer to the IMAX of this grand solar minimum. Okay, let's go ahead and see what else we got going on. In political news, the war machine, which is the U.S., must be fed. U.S. seeks new pretext to stay in Syria. They just do not want to stop these wars. This is also from SOT.net. They says that the UA created ISIS and it protects ISIS and all of the, well, not all of them, but a lot of the terrorist groups, are actually funded by the United States, and this is so to create chaos. And what do? They create the chaos and they come in with the solutions, and the solution is more power, more control, and basically they want to rule the entire world. That's what they've been trying to do since the beginning. And with our dollar failing, it's been harder and harder to finance this. Also, we have the Russia thing. I mean, you just do not stop hearing about it, right? Forget Russia. It's our Democrats who are undermining democracy. I agree. Get away from this Russia scandal. It's nonsense. There's nothing to it. So just stop talking about it. It would be better if we actually had peace with Russia. So it seems like all the left and these anti-fascist groups that are coming out, backed up by billionaire people like George Soros. All they want to do is create chaos, create division, and we don't need this. We do not need division, right? So I would suggest anybody that's playing into this crap, don't believe it. Forget about it. There's nothing there. U.S. calls in Russian embassy official over phony accusations that the Kremlin uses social media to promote violence and division. Yes, they are trying to do it again, saying that Russia's going in and causing chaos in our elections for the midterm elections, which really they have no proof for. Okay, and it says that in this article here. So yeah, they're going and blasting out all this crap, and everybody who doesn't do the research believes them. That's all that's all they have to do is hear something, hearsay, and they believe it, because it feeds into the drama. All these drama queens and drama kings don't even go and research. They just want to believe what they hear and go along and follow everybody else. I'm tired of that crap. Thanks a lot for coming and checking out the video. Please like and subscribe, and I will hit a link below, leave a link below, so if you'd like to donate you can, and you have a great day.